more recently.
Of course, of course. Well, hopefully we see some Bridget today. But first, we got our first match coming up right away. It's going to be
Ooh.
Rin versus Walooiji. Ram versus Kai.
Oh,
Age-old
beautiful.
matchup of range.
Man, I love these matches. I played both characters in the thing, so I already know. I'm fairly certain that Ram does have the advantage if, this doesn't happen. But if Ram's able to get Kai into the corner, yeah, that is basically I play more Smash, I guess. That is basically kill percent.
Yeah, kill percent. Well, you can think about percents as life bars in this game. You do want to note that when Kai is in this little, I guess, less than 30% HP, he does have access to Dragon Install. But right now, it looks like things are starting to go in the way of Waluigi really early.
Wow. It was a good job, especially with the the super reversal that they had earlier. I think that was really
Yeah.
well done, and they were able to capitalize on their bit. Here we go. Here's we say in the corner, they're already taking advantage of the fact that she has the strings in the corner,
Wow.
and
And
then
that's big
end with the
damage on the wall break.
super.
Yeah.
Needed to really wanted the burst there, but that was a great job getting under them.
Yeah, Rin was actually really onto something with that gold burst there. Tried to get something going, but the with when you're challenging Ramlethal with the same amount of meter, if not more, the matchup is still just as hard, if not wildly unfavored, with the amount of trickery and
Mhm.
I guess advantage Ramlethal has in not only just the neutral game, but also her punish and her pressure as
From what I
well.
remember correctly, Ram basically just outranges Kai and then gets them in the corner and kills them. So Rin
Yeah.
has to be kind of tricky on his approach so that he's able to get around Ram's projectiles. And well, they're able to. I'm saying he because I, but
Yeah.
so that they're able to get around Ram's projectiles and overall just really like there we go. And now immediately they're starting up their pressure, doing the dust projectile as you should, going over
Mhm.
some good string of combos, needing to make Ram burst, losing a very valuable resource.
Yeah. Now watch what happens here when Ramlethal gets the records going. As soon as the records are getting going, Rin has to make some really risky guesses to try to get out. And when when Ramlethal is able to reinforce that with the meter, she's gonna get stuff like this. Oh, wall break series. Oh, not
Beautiful.
enough.
Ah, they dropped the combo. That was
Yeah.
unfortunate for them, but very, very lucky for Rin was able to take advantage of that, killing them.
Yeah, Rin's got, if anything, this wall carry combo almost down. Putting Ramlethal in the corner here is definitely where you want to keep her contained. Anything like this with a 50% meter finish is gonna swing the match wildly in your favor.
You, like, the main thing for Rin right now is I definitely want to keep Ram off their game because they like if Ram gets an inch, she's going to take the entire mile.
Yes, there's no better way to put that in this game. I think like of the top 5 characters, the best way to play them is like, oh, here's the fact. You don't let them play the game. And depending on how your character shakes out to be, if you can prevent some characters from playing the game, you will perform better than others. I believe that's like the main gist right now in this meta.
That's fair, especially that's one reason I think things like what is it, Happy Chaos is one of the bigger threats around. At least from when I played around the game, I don't know if they got nerfed too much, but ooh,
Yeah.
I think the beautiful opening start from Kai. Ooh, and avoiding the quarter circle forward, masterfully getting it back into the corner and ending with a super, finishing this round.
Yeah, really great usage of, really great ability to bait out all the resources from Waluigi there. Getting the burst, forcing them to make an approach with the big slam, and then wildly taking the advantage after realizing that that is very minus and also not reinforced behind meter. Again, we're going to see the corner standing low.
Plus, being able to use their shock state to use the kick, make them safe enough to actually go for a grab, and a beautiful combo from Rin. They are doing
going right
wonderful.
underneath 5H, and then finishing it off with the wall splat. That was That was masterfully planned, if I do say so myself. Rin's coming up on the advantage here.
Absolutely. I think that was fantastic.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to go back into it. Match points going to Rin. I want to see what Walooiji wants to do on defense here. A lot of the times, he is getting called out on some of his defensive options being a little laggier or a little bit less powerful than what he's maybe used to.
I think he's definitely defending a lot more than he should. And I think that's the main problem right now. Because Rin's taking advantage of that and killing them.
Yes. But that was so she's fighting... Renmethal's finding their way out. Walooiji's got something underneath their sleeve. But big counter hit coming in, baiting out the burst and the 50 meter to try to take things back. Nice
Beautiful
little
job.
Exchange there.
Oh, and using the block plus frames to be able to go in for a grab.
Yes. But hard knockdown here is going to be really scary for Kai to get out of. Again, committing the 50 meter to carry them into the corner. This is not where you want to be.
Yeah, no, this is a good gold burst from Kai, securing that round, so they are able to get out of the corner and turn it to their advantage.
Yeah, that YRC there was really important for saving the meter, especially when you're getting smothered by all this Renmethal pressure. Rin was very aware of his defensive options, and just being able to get out of this this corner game Renmethal is so good at.
There we go, using a DP to get out of the corner there. Good, pushing their own advantage now. And starting up, ooh, good read on the super, leading to a wall break combo with their super. Is that going to kill them? Not just quite.
Almost.
But a good instant air dash mix up.
Where's the green one, you know? No worries. But right now we're going to get Zaran versus Faltimux. This is going to be Biken versus Axel. And in terms of this matchup, Biken is used to being a stonewall on herself in this matchup, but also Axel. The thing is that Axel does it a lot better with the ranges. At the ranges, he is able to serve with some of those long sickles.
Well, I was gonna say we got a connection issue, but what is it? Axel? I know Axel is a very hard to get into zoner from what I've played myself. He has a great time being able to keep opponents very far away from them. But of course, if they can get around his relatively insane keep away game, they can be able to go in and deal a lot of damage because he doesn't have too many super good close-up options, if I remember correctly. I know he has a few. He does have a few, but it's like I don't think they're as as potent as his long-range option.
Yeah, they are a menace to deal with in their own right, but definitely not as prevalent as people like Soul. Right now, we just saw a really good gold burst come out from Biken and a good wall conversion, but unfortunately, the throw neutral at the end was unable to capitalize on the extra meter that Biken had to play with. And now look at this. As Biken tries to get their way in, Axel's going to look for one of two things. One, can I whiff, punish some of these moves happening? Or two, can I just outspace her and move further away from the screen?
I do like the fact that he's able to go over and whenever he whiffs, Axel grabs them.
Yeah, so that was a good old-fashioned throw loop, as I like to call them. When you're playing very close to Biken, right? She has the option to parry you, and every single time you're close, there's always a RPS going on as to whether or not Biken wants to parry. And you saw one of the first rounds, but the reason why Faltimux was so successful on some of the other throws is because Biken was betting on parry every time.
And you can't. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure this is obvious, but I'm assuming you can't parry a throw, right?
Obviously, yeah. You got that right. You're right on the money, Mary. So watch this. Watch what happens when Biken gets up close there. So, unfortunately, she got bursted away. But when she tethers you with that tether, things are going to get a little hairy for Axel. Thankfully, Axel's got 50 meter for the options to escape the combos with the YRC we mentioned earlier. But a bunch of this game plan, right, is Biken's going to be trying to move in. And any hit she gets like this could spell death for Axel.
definitely could. At the same time, I feel like Axel is keeping them away out, keeping them away prevalently enough to have been able to use something like time stop to be able to gate their own advantage
Yeah.
back. So that because I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing that here. And while I think Faltimux is doing really well, obviously zoning and keeping them out, and having made some mistakes, but still, I feel like at one point a little earlier in that match they could have done a time stop, pushed Bike into the corner, and started dealing a lot of damage to them and resetting to neutral.
Yeah. So time stop in this game is actually a two set move. So not only do you have to get this purple aura that he now has, but he also has to do it off of a hit. And Baiken can literally just block it, as you just saw there, and things get a lot harder for Axel without that meter. Thankfully, the gold burst is going to be able to reset that. But a nice snipe coming in with the
snipe. But yeah, I did like what Faltimix tried to do with the grab and then activating the super so they can combo right after it.
Yes.
And that was really smart and really cool. And I think that if they focused on like zoning a little more after that, and then got a hit with their zoning and then activated the super, they would then be able to go into a wall combo.
Yeah. But I think Zaran is actually going to be a little bit harder to open up. We're seeing Zaran trying to be a little bit more careful with how they approach the Axel.
Zaran is definitely adapting a lot here, using their really big jumping moves to be able to get in on Axel when they're not when they're at a good range to hit Axel's blind spot.
Yeah. Nice counter hit on the JH. This could be wall break right here. Oh,
nope,
drops
they
it.
Combo. Ooh, but they pick it right back up and kill Axel. Beautifully done.
Great reset coming in from Zaran. And another counter hit on round start. This is going to be one hell of a sequence to block, if you ask me.
Vikings' faster moves definitely paying off at round start here so that they can push their advantage and make sure Axel doesn't get the space he needs to zone.
Yeah, great blocks coming from Faltimux too, but unfortunately, he's unable to capitalize it to get out of the corner. Right now, going to be retethered into the high-low mix.
Gets and the that is a wall splat combo.
It almost could have killed there, actually, with the meter that they had, but didn't count the wall, but fear not.
But doesn't matter. Went in with an instant air dash overhead to be able to kill Faltimux and then get a point on the board.
Yeah. As someone who plays Baiken, I definitely felt that counting the wall, especially off of some of her combos, can be really hard. And when you need to buffer that 6H or that final move she did on the wall hit, it can be really hard to notice whether or not that one will hit and that one will be the wall that will break. Because most likely what happened is before they hit the wall, she input 6H, and Zaran was not able to cancel it in time for super, which would be the highest damage cash out on the wall.
Fair enough. I feel like it's definitely harder. Like, as much as I have been there, it's been hard to like be able to count. Like, okay, it's gonna take 10 hits to be able to get them into the wall. But at the same time, I feel like with some of Baiken's moves, it's just harder to do than most characters.
Wow, big counter hits to H, and yeah, as you mentioned on the wall. The wall is sort of like it's got its own HP, and depending on which moves you use, it can do more damage to the wall than others. Now that 6H got the wall spot, and this time they ended it with super.
They ended it with the super that time.
Yeah, Zara now on match point.
Ooh, good job on Zara. Axel definitely gonna have to go ahead and try to get back to seeing if they can keep out Zara. Because Zaran is getting way too into it. Meanwhile, they go over, take away half of Axel's health already.
Yeah, forcing the gold one more time. This is interesting. Faltimux with 100 bar can really make this a pain for Baiken to try to approach.
I think if Faltimux gets that command grab again and goes into the super, they will be able to. Oh, never mind. They use the Roman cancel, so that way they go through and they're going to try to extend their thing. They extend their zoning right now, keeping them in lockdown. However, the super letting Baiken getting closer and go for a throw.
The offensive parry. Not enough.
Oh, not enough though. So close.
Zaran is on another one if he's going for offensive parries, dude. That move does not deserve its place in being able to run up and parry. That is a next level Yomi.
Zaran's getting their confidence back. Meanwhile, Faulty is trying to really go back to the zoning pressure because they've proven to be working more. However, they seem to be failing to Zaran's approach.
Yeah.
And they're at about even right now. Ooh,
Zaran's
good
gonna use the
attempt
gun
at
here.
super. Ooh, and a nice Roman cancel to get away from Viking's moves to be able to counter them. Very well done.
Zaran with the counter hit Johnson is gonna cash
out. Oh, but a baited burst, and that is it!
Milia bottom 0. Milia Doomers confirmed. Beware. They are alive and very well. They're kicking. But right
Milia
now,
getting in already. Very good job. Starting up with the mix-ups, but Happy Chaos able to get out of it for now. Although getting hit by the Roman cancel opening, being able to go into a big combo. So they've lost a lot of health already, and 20 seconds haven't even passed yet.
yeah. So Happy Chaos is finally back in neutral, but this time Milia's got some extra buttons to work with. That 9-frame far slash is going to get the opening and lead to this knockdown pressure.
Oh heck yeah! So the one thing about this matchup, right, is that again, it's like the other matchup times 10. Because if Milia gets in, Happy Chaos doesn't have much they can do to really escape Milia's pressure. But that's obviously the problem. Milia getting in.
Yes. So you're gonna see a lot of these 5Ps coming out, just like how you saw earlier. But Happy Chaos is not afraid to use some of those normals in his arsenal as well. 2S, 2K, far slash, 6 slash. They're all really, really good at contesting the ranges Milia wants to play at. But of course, it doesn't matter if you have.
Butter Punch just made a shootout happen. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Someone's got to change this man's handle from Butter Punch to Butter Gun. Like, I want to see more punches from this guy, dude.
Heck yes. Like, absolute good burst bait from Happy Chaos. Not taking enough advantage, though. Being able to go in. Milia reversing everything. Making sure they get a combo. And with a grab mix-up, goes over and kills Happy Chaos right now. Nope, not now.
Really close.
Magic Pixel. Magic Pixel.
Yeah. Magic Pixel for real. Right now, Happy Chaos is no stranger. She's got no bullets, though, keep in mind. So as soon as Firelight can come in and capitalize on that. Quick one for iScorpion.
That reload, though, that's the main thing. Like, the main two things that Milia can take advantage of here are resources and the fact that Happy Chaos doesn't have any defense. So if Milia gets in on them, they just have to find a way out or die.
I mean, you say Happy Chaos has no defense, but the amount of times he had the chance to reset the situation against Milia is a lot. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Got some tricks underneath their sleeve, that's for sure.
I definitely like. Look, if there's anything you can say about Happy Chaos, they are a very tricky character.
Yeah, sometimes the best defense is just gun martial arts.
It's like, yes, the best. You're a martial artist. That's cool. Pulls out the gun.
Butter Punch finally ending the round with the far slash.
Butter Punch ending a round with a punch. Very good.
You're so right. Finally living up to the name. But Gold Burst is gonna have Milia on the ropes here, trying to take up this offense. Butter Punch almost going in for a mix, but didn't realize that iScorpion was gonna get hit with that bullet. Now they're in a little predicament for themselves.
Very good mix of getting into the blender, but using a gold Roman cancel, if I remember correctly, to get out of that thing. Using another one as well. They are out here and they still get caught up, getting into a combo. So this is about to break the wall. That doesn't happen, and Happy Chaos breaks out of it immediately, going into their very long block string.
Yeah, and it's very weird because Butter Punch is also choosing to mix up between high and low. Happy Chaos also having the ability to go left and right with the roll as well, but it's just as fragile when this character does not have the meter to reinforce it, nor the bullet resources.
Good burst fake coming from Milia, being able to get a wall combo here and taking out over 3/4 of their health at round start.
Oh, watch this though. How many shots? One. Oh,
One. One is the only shot you get. You got one shot and you failed.
Catch this frisbee real quick.
Beautiful. iScorpion going on, seeming to really get this Iron Giant. I was gonna say Iron Giant. I've been playing too much multiverses. Really seeming to get this Happy Chaos game right now, honestly.
Yeah, Butter Punch is definitely doing his job and getting the openings he wants, but I wish Butter Punch just had a little bit more damage to back things up, whether they ended in the wall or super, something to really cash out against Milia. Of course, this is all easier said than done. When you have a speed demon like Milia running at you, there's not even much you can do.
The problem comes in because they did get a few wall combos, so if they had the meter, they could have ended it with their super, and that would do a lot of damage. The problem obviously comes in if they had the meter.
Yeah.
Because they're using the meter, because they have to fend off against this speed demon.
Yeah. Forcing the burst now, it's just a matter of mix-ups before Happy Chaos is able to use this 100 meter, whiffs the super for the kill, but hopefully it doesn't amount to much. Has to use this burst themselves to make sure he secures the round, but look, that's just one failed attempt of super on the wall, and now you're down burst.
That's unfortunate. It really is a lot of, there's a lot of risk reward in this game. And I like that a lot, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm really bad at that weird thing called gambling my resources away.
Stagger pressure coming out on the wall.
And good pressure going over, making Milia lose so much health already. With Milia back, that means they have a chance to get back in on Happy Chaos, and that roll might be the end of it, but nope.
Burst?
Beautiful burst.
Aircart's coming in. Now
they've got one chance. They gotta keep this advantage. And the gold burst coming out here. Ooh, but they get back in. This time succeeding in their hit, going with the super. Resetting the combo with another thing, and that should be a good burst bait into death. Resetting the round. That was close. That one was really close.
The yellow Roman cancel from Milia was very, very good at resetting the pressure. But oh my god, charge just coming in.
Beautiful read. Yeah, this
nice overhead. One extra overhead, but too much. Butter Punch able to punch his way out of that scenario.
Not for long though. Goes over here. The hair seems to catch them in the end.
Is Rekka. The Rekka pressure, she can cancel her Rekka one more time and restart it over and over, forcing you to do something as risky as mash. And when you get mash, you lead to their third and final game plan, which is the counter hit. If they get the counter hit going, that's just the corner. Just like that.
Speaking of counter hit, Vin got a bit too scared and they had to burst.
Yeah, another counter hit's gonna go. This is gonna be the wall right here.
And that's a super. Yikes! See, this is what I'm talking about. That wall damage is a bit too high. Yeah,
this character has got it all.
Ooh, good Roman cancels going into things, being able to make sure the guard is able to be kept on them. And I like the fact that they were able. I do like the fact. I'm noticing this immediately. Aneema, he's able to go over and change the pace of his guard breaks. Not guard breaks. Change the pace of his guard pressure, where he went from really fast to going super slow because he knew the explosions were gonna hit.
Yeah, and that is really, really astute of you, because when people switch up the guard timings and everything like that, you really feel very, very enticed to push a button. And when you push a button, you're gonna get those gold letters that say counter, or even the bigger ones that say counter back. A lot going on.
Ooh, but Aneema going over, really 2-0ing them pretty quickly. at our first round. Aneema definitely seeing the cracks in Rin's armor, taking advantage of them, being able to go over and kill them like immensely fast, keeping
Yeah.
them in their corner right there where they want them.
And so I think if Rin wants a chance to fight back, I think Rin's got the idea of trying to be patient and observe the opponent's offense as well. You do realize that when you play against this character as gifted as Ram, they're going to have it all. So you're going to have to try to see what they don't do and play against that.
That is fair. Going over and see, ooh, beautiful job trying to take advantage of that. And a failed grab, being able to go over. Oh, but they were still in hit lags. They weren't able to get the grab theirs either. Kai not being able to take advantage of anything. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's dropping the guard, meaning they go ahead and die here before they lost the projectiles.
And Marvelo builds meter so quickly. With 100% tension, she was able to whiff all those buttons in front of Kai's face and still maintain the wall. That's a little special if you ask me.
Ram is something else in this game. That's all I can say. I like the fact that they know which moves are able to retrieve their swords. So if they don't think they're going to get a hit, good dust. But if they don't think they're going to get a hit, they're able to use their moves, to use their advancing moves, and then grab their sword and then throw out the sword again.
Yeah. You know, all that sword pressure is going to get in. And watch, look, she has 50 meter one more time. And Rin, unfortunately, you're going to be blocking forever when she's like that.
They just stay and start attacking. They just kept going.
I will commend though, Rin is being a lot more patient on defense. There's a lot to unpack there, especially if you're not used to playing Rams who know how to cycle all their options. But being patient is the first step to knowing how to deal with this matchup. I, for one, always get in trouble for mashing, so don't look at me when I play this game.
So yeah, patience is definitely key because you have to figure out exactly where the gaps will be in order to get it to fight Ram. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, a beautiful opening up into a Rekka. So they got him in the corner. So hopefully they'll be able to... Ooh, a good job on Aneema being able to go over, get the corner wall combo, and then finish it off with the super to make sure that they killed them.
Yeah. Big counter hits coming again, and the triple Rekka loop out the corner?
Ooh, I didn't even know you were able to do a triple Rekka loop like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then going into another combo, immediately coming in and trying to pour out as much damage as possible, not giving Rin a single inch, coming in with the instant dare at the instant air dash grab. Leo myself, so I can tell you right now that this is going to be a very interesting matchup because Leo has a lot of mix-ups to be able to gimp out Chip. However, of course, Chip has that speed to be able to kind of dash around Leo 10 times before they make a move. So I think the main thing is definitely going to be using their various options to try and find a way in with their oppressive offense.
Yeah, both players are going to give up burst really quickly here, and Chip looks like they got something started. Marvelo about to bring this corner to the wall and use that positive bonus. Now watch this. Okay, when Chip gets positive bonus, you're going to see Leo possibly blocking for a long time. He's got like what many people infamously call the infinite block string when he's got meter like this.
Oh no! He's able to just do that, then instant air dash and light into a oh man, that's so... And then that resets you to the ground, so you just have to use another... You just have to hit him again. You just get to hit him again. Oh, that's insane.
It's lightning quick. Yeah, but I think MFCR has got the response to it. We haven't seen a flash kick yet come up from him, but watch this back turn. Patches the DP little burst.
Beautiful DP punish!
Oh.
How did it not kill? Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Let's see if Chip can somehow bring this around. And no.
First flash kick of the set. Catches Marvelo trying to get a little funky on offense. Nice,
Beautiful. Good
nice flash
block, being
reaction
able
from
to
both players.
the thing. Oh, that's amazing. I like to jump back into the heavy because that could have comboed into a lot more if they were at a better position. But
Yeah.
let's
Watch this
get woo,
big counter hit coming up
counter.
from Marvelo. This is
But I
gonna
could,
be wall.
yeah, I can tell you right now that what is it called? Like I was saying about try to hear you. That alpha blade into the light is definitely giving me Strider Hear You vibes if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, definitely. He's playing
Very
red
good
chip too.
job. MFCR definitely knowing how to combo with Chip and being able to dash around Marvelo so much they aren't able to catch them with their wide moves.
Yeah, so Marvelo's chip is actually like really good at snuffing out like all of MFCR's option. As soon as he got hit by the first flash kick from MFCR, Marvelo was just able to block it, get the thing going, and of course you never want to fight Chip when he's got 50-meter and positive bonus. He's going to be able to loop his pressure on you, and forcing MFCR to make mistakes is the name of the game here.
I definitely feel like the fact that I think that a lot of Leo's moves are a lot slower than Chip's moves.
Yes.
Albeit, so I think that that's definitely something that Chip has an advantage in and why they probably win this matchup wise.
Yeah.
But I guess things like MFCR and Marvelo know each other enough where it's not like a character matchup anymore. This is just a player matchup now.
Yeah, definitely at that point in their game plan, they're playing the players more often than not. But watch this. Counter hit is going to have to force some answer from Leo Whitefang. Baits out the burst.
Baits out a good burst, and that's going to be that round right there. Very good job from Marvelo. MFCR definitely going to have to going through basically half of these games right now, and it's definitely going to have to adjust a little bit to be able to counter Marvelo's just incredible speed.
Yeah, and look how the mind games have evolved now. MFCR is now going to have to go for a lot looser back turn pressure, but as soon as he's able to open him up in the corner, this is going to be crazy because any one move Leo does can jail Chip from the rest of the round.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I thought that was about to be death. They dropped. It's unfortunate they dropped the combo because that was definitely going to kill Chip.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go. Here comes the amazing guard pressure, and with that, they don't have any more meter. They're able to block it, and Leo takes the win.
A beautiful
Very good
mash. Beautiful mash. Respecting the fact that Marvelo didn't have meter quite just yet, MFCR was able to starve him of the final hit to tick before he got any reversal options out, whether that might be super or YRC.
Yeah, we got a pretty good one. I like the fact that both characters definitely trying to do these high-low mix-ups. It's really, they especially know what each other are going for basically. Like there, they saw the heavy. I'm pretty sure Marvelo saw the heavy fall down coming from Leo because they did that once before.
Yeah. And watch this back turn. Marvelo's going to get away with a gold burst, and he's going to be able to do all this pressure. Respecting the DP just a little bit, but gets thrown out of it into the corner.
Oh, that gold burst is going to be over. It's going to be really big. Chip giving Jack that.
Roman cancel was just really keen on saving Marvelo, but not enough to save him the game. MFCR takes
MFCR taking a round. There we go. MFCR putting themselves on the board. This is definitely going to be a closer match than what was first seen during round one, because the match seems to have finally started.
Yeah. Now, one thing to watch for those at home is that these players are, in addition to being masters with their characters, they're also able to play around their opponents and their own meter as well. Just watch how some of them try to structure their offense when they have 50 meter available and when they don't.
So I've definitely seen a lot more what is it called? The instant air dash stuff from Marvelo right now when he has 50 meter, because he'd be able to Roman cancel a guard out of that and then continue block string.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that makes his pressure easier, is because he doesn't have to commit that much if he so chooses to whiff it.
fair, definitely. I like to go over it. It's like, ooh, that was a beautiful Roman cancel into grab, being able to confirm that round for Leo. These are
Good
the
back
reasons
row.
these two characters are super good. These people are really showing off what makes them great.
Yeah, nice reaction on leaf grab. Still
Ooh.
structured on the corner, but has to suspend burst after missing the DP.
Oh, and a
Two
good
DP.
counter from Leo coming out here, giving them a major advantage right now. However, Chip tries to take it back. Ooh, good use of Roman cancels, being able to get them back in the neutral.
Yep.
All right, and we got a beautiful. I think one thing that Leo definitely has is like a good reach, so they're able to punch farther than a Chip can, and that's been useful in certain situations here. Not everyone,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but quite a few of them Leo's been able to win just due to range.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
there's the counter
just like
hit.
that, this all started from a really good block from Chip. So when you block at a 2-frame window, you get something called a just block. And when you get a just block, they don't get pushed back, allowing you to get pick-up punishes you normally cannot. That all started from Marvelo just blocking one of Leo's run-through moves and being able to punish and break the wall off of that last round.
Oh, they tried to go for the mix-up. It didn't work out very well. That's a pretty good counter over there. But whoop,
Wow.
there we go. A good Roman cancel to be able to trick their opponent into thinking they're going to go low. Ends up going high.
And reversal DP. Chip might have to spend meter if he doesn't want to block all this, but gets
But
out.
doesn't matter because he dashed instead of throwing out an attack, and Chip wins this round.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to watch is just how well these players understand their opponent's offense. They know where the gaps are, where they can struggle, and something that's picking up a far slash at that range is a lot more committal than you might think.
Nah, it's like the thing is they definitely knew about what was going. They definitely knew what was going to happen at that moment, and they just took the time. They said, yeah, they're gonna do this because they were 100% sure it was going to hit.
Of course.
Ooh, very good job from Chip going back in, starting the pressure once again. Not at 50%, so they can't get as long of a block string, but building it up right now so that they're able to go over and do their pressure. Ooh, there it goes.
Ooh.
They're going for a big combo now.
Now MFCR is going to
Very
have to deal
good
with
job.
Chip with positive bonus again, but why BRC is going to try jail? No avail though.
No.
Here's meter, and I think
There's the
Marvelo's just-
combo. Oh my, what? I bet. So I never saw that one. That's new to me. But
Chip's had that combo for a while, and for the longest of time, that used to be the damage optimal for Chip to be able to get that combo off on the wall.
fair enough. That's a
Nice
pretty
DP
interesting
punish.
combo.
It's gonna deal with.
Going to
the
deal
wall break
quite a bit
quickly.
of damage, and
There
they're
we
not
go.
going to be a positive, thankfully. But Chip over here, not out of the game just yet, being able to extend their own combo into some block pressure. They tried to escape, but the grab came in and finished it. MFCR reading that Marvelo was going to go over and roll away.
MFCR is definitely starting to cash a little more of these game states after GP.
MFCR is definitely getting into Marvelo's head, and it's totally showing. It is absolutely showing right now.
Just
As
like
they are
that
going
burst
over
rate.
and not killing somehow, again.
The one-touch
Yeah.
game.
We've had
MFCR
two moments where it's like, how one touch is the one touch game though? That's the question.
As soon as he lets go of that green bubble, he is opening himself up to death. That is how one touch it was.
MFCR putting themselves on the board. Very good
2-2.
showing here. You
Yeah.
got 2-2 here. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah. So one thing I hope to see the adjustments is whether or not these players can catch each other's reversal timings. Marvelo has definitely been a lot more successful with his DPs, with his meterless reversals. But we'll see if things are more likely to change now that this is game 5 Both players are going to be really, really keen about how to deal with their opponents. Right after Marvelo gets his wall break.
Not what an optimal combo, but want to get as much damage out of it as possible. Every little bit of damage matters right now. Because they're
Opens
going
him up
over,
on
they need
Milia,
for the thing, and that is going to kill.
Yeah. MFCR does have burst this round, but not being able to burst last round means that things are going to be quite a lot hairy for this uphill battle. Good reaction to the back turn cancel. Not enough to save him from the wall though, and Marvelo is going to have to eat one more mix at the wall before he dies?
Oh my gosh, that was an absolutely beautiful mix and a perfect round from MFCR.
Yeah.
Coming in,
Right.
he's definitely learning a lot of what Marvelo can do and what Marvelo can't do, and I think that's fairly important right now.
Yeah. MFCR is going to be the first to give away his burst though, as he quickly takes Marvelo's afterwards, but this counter hit right after is going to...
Oh, that's gonna put him into
Marvelo
positive as
really
well too, so that's gonna be really bad for Leo right now.
Yeah, MFCR is on the ropes, but he's not without his saving graces. He does have access to 50 meter. He does have access to DP. Just as a matter of he's willing to...
Oh, and the BP punish! Too antsy with the DP means MFCR loses that round.
We're gonna go to the next match though. We're gonna be seeing iScorpion versus Aneema. Both these
Ooh.
players were able to make quick work of their opponents last time. We'll see how this goes right now.
Milia definitely, again, being able to go over and try to get around the fact that people have if you like getting in once, trying to make sure they take a lot of damage. But technically, the same can be said for Ram. So overall, we just gotta see who gets that who gets those mix-ups well first.
A sick burst bait too, and Aneema's gonna be stuck in this corner as he continues to FD his way his option to YRC out of this pressure. iScorpion doing a great job keeping them in the corner until it is a one-touch game right here. Goes for the trade to win the round.
Beautiful. I do see that Aneema, and obviously I think this is perfect purposely, but Aneema definitely doesn't want to finish their combos so that they go into a wall break. Aneema wants to go over and is always trying to make you fall down so they can set up their mix up again, so that they're able to keep taking advantage that you're in the corner.
Yeah, iScorpion's Milia is all about those knockdowns, as we saw in the corner, but as soon as Aneema gets the wall there, they're okay with resetting to neutral every single time, because that means that they can use their buns once more, and they got the positive buns.
Ah man, immediately we're seeing the Ram wall pressure once again. Good dots.
And I think she's dead here. She can definitely die.
Oh my gosh, she actually does die. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't think that would kill.
That was max risk crank, and as soon as they opened up with 5D, so the way risk works in this game, right, is if you get hit, any move that you get hit by, whether it's like 5P or 2K, they do amount of combo scaling, but the amount of risk that you amount actually saves you from that combo scaling. So by the time you use your big finisher like super, it's going to do unscaled damage, and it's going to do a lot at the wall, as you just noticed. That was practically half of her remaining HP, just the super alone.
Very beautifully done by both players there. I honestly think that with both such a polarizing game, being able to like basically, if they get the corner, they basically each one has to block for like an entire minute before they can do something again, and that is really strong for both of these characters.
Some people get it easier than others, and Renalthal is going to show you that with 100 meter to finish off the round. The corner is definitely a scary place to be, Mary. I do not like to be in it in any of the fighting games I play, Smash included.
That is fair. I do think that there are some games where the corner is I guess more favorable than this, but in this specific game, when you have characters that do 20 hit combos and have a ton of block strings, the corner isn't good for anybody Unless you're bringing, of course, unless you're bringing your opponent to the corner. But ooh,
You said it
beautiful
best.
job avoiding that super, using their own mobility to be able to get around that. Almost killing Ramifal there, making sure they have one game left. They're gonna go
Yeah,
over.
one touch. But Ramithal doesn't need to get hit
Oh,
anymore if she wants to win this round. That's the beauty of this game. Burst baits
oh, the
and
burst hit with a Roman cancel. Very good. And that is going to be game there on that
wow.
round.
What a great clutch from Aneema. Going up 2-0
Very
versus
smart. Very smart clutch from Aneema going over and then making sure they knew they were going to burst because they only had a little bit of health left and they needed to make sure they lived.
Mary, do you mind if I ask you one thing?
What's up?
Why is a criminal like Ramithal Valentine still allowed to exist in Guilty Gear Strive?
You know what? I'm not sure, but they're cute. So I think that's the answer.
Yeah, okay, alright. I'll give it up. Look,
I ain't gonna say anything. I think Milia's criminal too. And quite literally, if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure. One thing I really like about Ramithal as just the character design is when you tether her as Viking, a lot of the time the tether goes around the character's waist, but it actually goes around Ramithal's neck like a collar, so she looks like a little puppy dog whenever you really, really
Oh. Ooh, that's a very good gold burst there, being to hopefully some big damage for Milia so that they're able to make sure they don't die this round. Very good
Milia's
job
gonna play.
of beating their opponent there. And the super, the invincible super comes in, immediately going over, showing why you can't just do that to Ramithal.
Yeah. iScorpion got a little too comfortable with the offense there. Tried to go for the grab, but wasn't fully aware that Aneema has all of the resources available to get out of that situation.
They threw the thing, thinking they were safe. Unfortunately, 100% meteor for Ramithal means that nobody is safe.
Yeah. You can say that
Good
100
grab.
times, and I will always agree.
Very good grab from a freaking Milia though. I don't know. My brain stopped for a second. I apologize.
No worries.
It was
It's
very
hard to
good
keep it
grab
up.
being able to go over and kill Ramithal there. Going for a lot of light scratching right now.
The 100-meter and the
first
burst
plate.
Oh,
Very good. This is gonna be very big for Ram right now.
for iScorpion, but gets caught by the charge 5D, sleeping at the
Gonna do a lot of damage. With Ram not having a single touch on them just yet. Putting him back into pressure. Milia going over, having to make a lot of work up.
And look at that combo in the corner, is able to get something going, but
But they reset to neutral, and that might be their biggest mistake. There we go. Oh, speaking of SpeedKola, we see our first
There we
we
go.
see our first wonderful gold dick out here. Best one.
Yeah, gold dick.
You
Oh,
know
no.
what? I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I thought his name was just Goldick. And I was just like, alright, fair enough, I suppose. And I'm not sure why they did that. And then I learned, oh, wait, they didn't. And probably for good reason.
Wow, Zaran's able to catch the burst though. Very smart to go into jump D there to in case Gold Dick or SpeedKola just wanted to get out.
Now, I personally am not sure anymore because I knew that when they first came out, Goldick was not perceived as very good. How exactly do they are they now? That the cast has had a bit more time to play around with Mr. Lewis over here.
Yeah, so Gold Lewis now in this patch got blessed with a lot of buffs, and perhaps the most infamous is that he is now considered Fat Milia. I kid you not. Many people in my circle call him Fat Milia because you're gonna see things like this, right? The damage is gonna come out. You're gonna eat a lot of chip, and after all of this, you gotta eat another mix.
That's oh dear, they really did give him a bit of a buff there.
Yeah, so that drone is gonna be all about keeping the state of play in his favor. But just like that, even trying to go for a grab like that Gold Lewis can just get out and do massive damage with that coffin swing. This startup is going to make things even harder for Viking to try to contest, especially when they're in the corner. But Zaran doing a good job of reversing the corner with the crossover, going into the low Tatami setup, catching the burst, but quickly
Doing
using...
a very good. Ooh, good job delaying yourself so you don't get hit by the sentry mine, and then you're able to punish Goldick for it. Very good from Zaran over here. I think he's actually doing a really good job at seeing where openings are and well, as I said there, countering them and being
Yeah.
able to take advantage of that situation.
Zaran was able to play the attrition there. I really got to commend the fact that they were able to block out all of Gold Lewis stuff and able to take their turn back so smoothly, while also taking some resources in the process. Gold Lewis does have the security gauge, meaning that every single time he spends it on a special move that's not Behemoth Typhoon, their ability to approach Baiken becomes a lot trickier. So good on Zaran for that.
Yeah. So I see that I'm assuming that security gauge is somewhat of a what is it? Somewhat of a limit to the Goldix stuff. Does it make? I'm assuming it makes them weaker. Their
Yeah,
special
so
situation.
at lower security levels, Gold Lewis does not have access to their stronger special moves, like a stronger version of drone or stronger version of the Gatling gun that they might have. But this is built up just by you can think of it as like a quote-unquote small cooldown.
Yeah, it's built up basically by doing nothing. It just builds up over
Yeah,
time.
exactly. But
Ooh, but a
Zarin,
very good 2-combo game there from Zaran, being able to melt Goldick Lewis's health bar right now, and immediately reading that approach and being able to punish him, sending him
yeah.
back, making him force stuff to use the mine.
These are good jumps coming in from Zaran, but maybe a little too predictable as SpeedKola is able to get the 6P, tries to get something started with Behemoth, catches the burst in the process. This is going to be big damage possibly the round.
Very good burst, and that was very good burst bait, sealing that round in particular, meaning Goldick Lewis is coming back. Hopefully he can get himself on the board. But yeah, I think one thing that the one thing that Goldick's actually able to do pretty well nowadays is like give themselves some space when it comes to like make a safe block string. Because it feels like if you don't have, something like Happy Chaos's guns or Bridget's yo-yo, it's gonna be hard to get around the block string when he does his half circle move. That is death. That is death.
This character has way too much damage, mind you.
SpeedKola out here getting himself on the board.
No, but you're certainly right on the push out though. The coffin swings will naturally do a lot more pushback, and especially since you need to FD it, otherwise you're going to take a lot of chip. Thankfully though, one thing Zaran has at his disposal that I'm not sure he knows quite yet is that going and parrying some of those Behemoth Typhoons will actually turn the tide in his favor if he gets the correct read.
Fair. I was assuming, like, since you said that Baiken had a parry, they could parry some of the bigger moves, because some of them seem to be coming. They're trying to do them raw, and I'm like, that seems kind of risky, because that still has quite a bit of startup. Oh, and then there's that. Oops, unfortunate.
And this is going to be a big wall spot. Yeah. So the parry window for Baiken is going to be a little bit smaller. It's something as measly as 5 frames, meaning that you have to be on the dot with some of these things. But when you have 50-meter disposal, you don't have to do a lot of these things. You don't have to go for parry. You can take your turn back with that gun. But just like that, a quick snipe of the JS is able to secure it around before that drone gets to her.
Nah, before the drone got to her, they're like, nah. Nah, Zaran was like, he was going over, he saw that drone and was like, I hand you a giant ball and chain. Ooh, good burst from Zaran. Going over, gonna make sure he can keep his pressure up. Making a Goldick also use a burst.
Yeah. Oh, but just like that, the cross-up JH is gonna get things moving. once again making Zaran really difficult, giving Zaran a really difficult time to try to approach this, and this could be death.
Is death for Zaran.
Yeah,
Those coffin swings have a lot of damage on them. Like, that's insane amounts of damage.
Yeah, this character will take you to Flavor Town and back with how far he launches you with that. But until then, Viking doesn't want to have any of it. She's gonna go for some.
Viking going out for some pretty decently safe pokes right now, trying to find their way in, and there they are. They're going in right now, trying to push their advantage, but doesn't seem like they got through just yet.
Maintains corner though. Gets the tether. This is gonna be huge. Can Zaran open them up?
Good grab from them. Is that going to be a combo? And that's going to be a super combo. And that should kill.
Yes, definitely. Really, really great sequence coming out from Zaran. Up 2-1 versus SpeedKola.
Very well done. I think my one complaint here is not being able to see the windscreens because Vikings look super good and they keep skipping it.
Yeah, these characters have a few really good win screens. One of them is Vikings, of course. Good old Samurai Noir. But the other is Gold Lewis.
Gold Lewis is funny.
Pizza?
Gold Lewis is a funny guy. I honestly like as much as I'm not the biggest fan. I just kind of added the new character, and there's so many they probably could have added from older games. But at the same time, I can't be mad at Gold Lewis here because he's just a funny character.
Yeah, he's just here for a fun time, not a long time.
He's like he fights for his job. He doesn't seem like the person that would really just want to fight people.
He clips the meaty setup though, and is able to get someone going. This is gonna be really scary.
Oh, and then immediate run up grab, and then goes over backdash into. Ooh, that was a beautiful backdash into kick, being able to mix them up. Very good fake cross up over there.
Yes. SpeedKola was also able to remove Zaran's burst from the round, meaning that on the round points, SpeedKola is gonna have an easier time opening up Viking.
Fair enough. We got
SpeedKola
going over there. Ooh, good job.
Anti-air.
Ooh, but a good mat into Roman cancel, being able to let them have corner, but Gold Dick definitely doesn't want them to have corner as he uses her Gatling gun to just push them away. It's like
Zaran challenging the plus on block coffin, but I think he presses a button, goes for
parry. It goes for the parry! Very good job. Very good job from Viking, seeing that super and uses the parry. It predicts them perfectly.
Yeah, but this is lockdown once again for Gold Lewis. Zaran's able to escape it cleanly. Goes for RPS, goes for throw, waits it that way, but is able to go for a fake cross and opens up SpeedKola in the process with 50-meter and the corner.
I feel like that the tether is able to basically make combos that shouldn't theoretically happen, be able to happen there since they are getting pulled back to Viking.
The tether is so crazy. I like calling it the Chinese finger trap because
that's fair.
But
they have to block that.
This is a different trap of its own. This is the American trap, otherwise known as
this is the American throws the nuke at you trap.
Yeah, well,
very good job going at the corner mix up, having the burst to get out of that. Very, very good. Ooh, and sniping down right before the drone can hit, with Zaran taking this one 3-1. Happy Chaos. So, what do you think about this particular matchup?
Yeah, this is definitely like I don't think Happy Chaos has a lot of losing matchups, and if anything, this isn't one of them. Just being able to shoot and keep Kai out. Thankfully, Kai does have some options available to him. He has an okay fireball, and he's not completely at a loss as compared to someone like Nagori Yuki. But still, the game plan will exist for Rin, right? Stay close, and Butter Punch, stay far.
I think that Kai definitely will have a harder time being in than someone like Milia, because Kai is not able to dash 5 times around the opponent before they stop pressing buttons. So Kai's gonna have a harder time at least trying to stay in their face. But if they get a hit, they will deal good damage, and they do have setups to get that damage started again. But
Yes. So, you're very right on that. Kai obviously built to be more all-rounder than someone like Milia, and unfortunately though, he does have some good things at his disposal. Like the stun dipper, you're going to see Rin throw out a lot. Forces Butter Punch to block low a lot of the time, and when you block low, you're not only accomplishing the fact that you are kind of conditioning your player to play a certain way, but you're also preventing them from moving very freely, because you have to crouch and not move if you want to block low.
that is fair. That is fair.
None of that's gonna matter though, as Butter Punch punches his way in through the wall and into this next
Into the next round. Going over. Ooh, a good kick into dust, getting caught out by a burst. Unfortunately for Rin, and they are able to restock on focus.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. What's up?
Go ahead.
Sorry. I think that's one thing that I like a lot about Kai's ability, like wall pressure. The fact that he's able to either reload or reset his meter, so he can just get resources back for his for the next neutral encounter.
Yeah, you're very great to understand that point too, because for someone like Happy Chaos with 2 meters, with 2 resources they gotta manage, right? Focus and bullets. Being able to restore focus on wall breaks is a primary win for the overall economy of Happy Chaos's resource management. So, although he was able to reset the focus there, it unfortunately didn't amount to much, as Rin was able to close it down and take the first round. But you're gonna see Butter Punch sometimes opt to put in like a little concentration before each wall break to make sure that he's not going to get starter resources when he finishes breaking the wall.
Fair enough, fair enough. I definitely like seeing Kai coming in, taking advantage of his stun dipper, being able to keep him relatively safe on blocks, so he's able to continue his pressure with giving Happy Chaos a bit of a hard time to be able to go over and hurt them very much. But yeah,
and
Kai. Sorry.
Yeah, I really like the stagger pressure and the spacing Rin wants to play at, right? 2K, far slash, and close slash are all really good at preventing Butter Punch. Butter Punch is actually playing an alternative game plan where he wants to play Happy Chaos somewhat close.
Fair enough. I was definitely about to say the stagger pressure was really good and definitely what led him to winning in that first round right there. But it seems like Happy Chaos is trying to make sure to bypass that altogether by not letting Kai get in and just turning this into someone bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Rin gets the burst there, but to what avail? Like, he's down burst his round and he was already 2 hits away from death. Maybe it would have been smarter just to take the loss.
It would have been smart to take the loss there, yeah. But maybe they thought they could have gotten in at one point and been able to turn it around. It's unfortunate they weren't able to do so, but now they are getting doubled, and they can't do much about it.
Yeah, that was a really clean IB on the dire clot from Butter Punch, and is able to walk Kai into this corner, forcing Rin to go for that wire.
Good gold burst into dust. This is going to be a big damage combo. But it resets neutral, and that's a problem because of Butter Punch's super punch.
Okay, yeah. I forgive Butter Punch for being Butter Gun. He has now earned the respect of being called.
You have now earned the respect of the Butter Punch name. You're welcome.
Please continue punching. Yes. So it's 1-1 right now. Tied to piece for both Rin and Butter Punch, with Butter Punch taking the most recent round. I think Butter Punch adjusting from the close mix style play to being a little bit more patient and resource management heavy,
Mm-hmm.
has gotten Rin to play in this really awkward position where he wants to approach, but now Butter Punch is being better with the quote-unquote punches
Yeah.
and reacting to all these approaching options from Kai.
Oh, here comes the super. We're waiting for this one for a while. Come on now. There we go. That perfect kills them.
Clean, perfect coming out from Butter Punch.
Very beautiful. I think that I definitely feel Kai being like wanting to approach, at the same time trying to be careful because he knows that Happy Chaos can just kind of check them.
Yeah.
They don't want to be too careless with their approach, but then at the same time, Happy Chaos can just shoot them. So Rin has to make sure they are very picky and choosy with what they try to do to approach Happy Chaos right now.
Reversal 2K is able to shift the tournament back in, or shift the match back in Butter Punch's favor, and is able to take off Rin's burst. And now Rin's gonna have to eat a lot of this going forward. Tries to go in with a stun dipper, but with 50 meters.
Nah, with the focus and super, that is going to close it out.
Butter Punch is one game away from advancing losers, sending Rin back home. Yeah, this is tournament life here. You'd have to be thinking like, what do I need to do to adjust to this style of play? Obviously, every single time I move forward, I'm getting pushed out. Do I need to be smarter? Do I need to play his game a little bit? What can I do to manipulate my opponents so that I can squeak away with the win?
I think they're committing a little bit too much, like right there with the what is it? Stun dipper. They got committal, and unfortunately Butter Punch read that and was able to damage them a lot for it. So they have to do either less committal moves and and literally any and all block strings with their quarter circle forward slash move so that it's safe and they're able to get away from it. So they just have to deal with blocking Happy Chaos's gun, which is unfortunate, but it's a much better option than getting hit at this point.
Really great conversion off of the 5D, forcing the burst off of Rin, but Rin is able to carry this into the wall.
Rin getting a very good combo, making it one touch for both characters now, and with if Happy Chaos makes a mistake, there we go! Rin is able to poke them out and kill them.
Little 2K in the footsies, you'll love to see it. Welcome to Street Fighter, everyone.
So with the wonderful block string from Happy Chaos, Kai was able to cancel that into that quad and make sure that the block string was safe. Again, doing a much better than before, if I do say so myself.
Forcing Kai into the corner, getting him to jump when the clone's in front of him, but now Kai's ready to make some man.
Ooh, and a good read burst. And a good burst read goes over and kills Happy Chaos, getting Rin their next point on the board. This is a match game here. The loser getting kicked out of the tournament, so it's going to be stressful.
Rin was very solid on defense there, finally found the openings and was able to punish accordingly. Butter Punch is a little bit behind, I'd argue, on the defensive development, so being able to see, scout out what Rin's doing and punishing for it. It's not just blocking Stun Dipper anymore. You gotta block the whole pressure.
They have adapted to the point where they are able to go over and use a bit more pressure on Happy Chaos, and now Butter Punch just kind of has to deal with it. He has to go over and woo! That was a beautiful conversion into super.
Oh my gosh, and he has so much resources left as well. This is
not killing, but it's gonna be really tough for Kai to get anything here.
Wow.
And they have been shot. They have been shot to death.
Dash block, but back dashes in the process. Rin was actually doing the right thing. So when you actually are further away from Happy Chaos, right, you see how fast that concentration has to drain. It's really good to wait for the concentration drain before you make your way in, because any attempt further will only increase the amount of time Happy Chaos has to shoot you in the face.
This is fair. This is fair. I think concentration draining is one of the biggest weaknesses to Happy Chaos, and they kind of have to make sure that the opponent has to look at their own resources as well as Happy Chaos's resources to I think Happy Chaos really forces the opponent to play their game in one way or another.
Yeah, the 5D is gonna catch him, and that's gonna be the game, though.
Ooh,
Oh my,
three if you use a burst.
exactly. But we'll see how much Aneema lets him get away with, as Aneema versus Marvelo is up right now. And right now we're already gonna see some carnage coming out from Marvelo. Going for those clones on the first interaction, understanding that Aneema is not gonna press.
Aneema's not gonna press the button just yet. They have to get that meter first. And now you're gonna see him probably be much less fearless with the clones at this point, because Ram has a lot more meter. However, she does have a lot less health.
Yeah, I'd take that. So tries to jail with the BRC here. Get something going with the jump Ds. Oh man, this is gonna be big. It takes the burst. Marvelo tries to use BRC. Both these players are using BRC to try to catch them aggressing into their space. Fortunately, none of them will bite, and Marvelo is gonna be the 1 meter positive.
Ooh, and there goes Marvelo with the drop kick, catching Aneema off guard, so that they're not able to see what's going on there. Yeah. Ooh, Ram coming back in and trying to set a combo of their own, but not continuing it very well. Wow, oh, but with a misread counter hit. Very good job from Ram. And now Ram has them in the corner. They're doing their pressure thing, and Chip is almost dead already.
Okay, he's fine. He's fine.
Yep, Chip's not dead yet, but they got scratched. It's unfortunate.
Little cat scratch. Wow. Here we go,
Ram
though.
Coming in, using their zoning powers very well, being able to make sure that Chip is not in the range where they can do anything, yet Ramifal can fully try to assault them with their pressure. However, Chip going in, being able to bypass their defense, being able to bypass Emia's defenses, making sure that they take damage and do all the take as much damage as possible before getting set back to neutral, where Ram has the advantage. Once again, that gold burst being prevalent.
No.
Oh, but Ram coming in with the kill, catching Chip jumping, winning that round.
Aneema was so on top of Marvelo there, it wasn't even funny. Like,
Aneema
even if Marvelo was using YRC and trying to shift the momentum in his favor, Aneema's just really good at calling out his jumps.
Yeah, Aneema was really good at calling out what Marvelo was doing, especially when he went into the air.
Those jump Ps are very committal on Ram's behalf, and it's something that Ram has to do to call you out in the air. So the fact that Aneema's been having such a high success rate with them so far can mean that there's definitely some bigger Yomi, some bigger mind games going on.
There's definitely going to be some later on in the future. For now, it's definitely a lot of blocking. Aneema knowing when Chip's block strings end, so that they're able to go over and take advantage of that. Make sure that Chip doesn't break them into the wall and get positive bonus. So they can't do their endless pressure loop.
Yeah, Marvelo's gonna get grabbed in the corner now with 50 meters. He's gonna have to YRC smartly. Gets out in the process.
Out of the corner, but is back in the mix.
The wreck of pressure. That thing is gross.
Ramifal's pressure seems very insane. I'm not going to lie. It is amazing and incredible, even outside of the corner. Up, here comes some more as well. Chip comes in using their clone jutsu.
Rare incidents of Chip actually doing damage.
Chip comes Chip out here learning from Naruto and using Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Catching them on the overhead. This is gonna be it.
That is a beautiful kill from Chip, though.
Yeah, Marvelo starting to find Aneema slacking on the overhead, but
doesn't matter too much.
Is gonna walk him into the corner.
The Rekka pressure is still insane for Ramifal, no matter how many walls, no matter how many holes you find in their pressure.
Yeah. Nice wall spike.
Look at that wall. Look at the wall splat combo, and then just riding the sky to victory.
Touches big slam too. This is gonna hurt. Nice.
Nope, they read the super, and that is a game there.
Marvelo, so omnipresent. It wasn't even funny. Like if you told me he lost first round just 5 minutes back, I would not have believed you. Just watching this set alone.
No, that was download complete.
Immaculate.
That was download complete. They've learned. Again, it's 1-1. This is where the real fight begins.
For real.
Go over here. I do like seeing that. What is it? The golds on everyone's next to everyone's name. I don't know why. It's always like super cool that they added that into the game.
Oh, I never learned how to change it around, so it always looks like I'm on.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Dang, that's sad. It's like, oh man, what do you mean you're on floor 1? They must be easy. Was only training in private mode. Any event, beautiful job on a Chip, opening up Ramifal here, getting a lot of pressure and getting a wall break, making positive bonus.
Yeah. We'll see how Marvelo structures this though. With 50 meter, Ramifal has access to the BRC and is able to catch him on the scramble. Marvelo very keen on taking this round.
Good job, very clean round from Marvelo here. Ramifal gonna have to pick up the pace a little if they want to keep up with Chip right now. However, that beautiful poke coming in and making Chip get into the corner. Very good job. Ramifal trying to keep the corner right now. Get a good combo. Ends the record early into super for maximum damage, and that kills.
Yeah, really good option to choose Beam Super there too, because it will eat up Chip's guts counter. Chip, despite having the lowest HP in the game, does actually have decently high guts, which allows the game to calculate it in such a way where he will often get that magic pixel if he's not finished off in the right way.
So that's why they've been getting the magic pixels often.
Yeah. It's all calculated. It's actually all calculated.
It's all planned.
Yeah, all according to Keikaku.
That is a beautiful combo string. Amazing use of your Roman cancel to be able to go over, continue that, and kill Ram.
Yeah, Marvelo heard me though. He was like saying, "Hold on, I'm about to clap back real quick. Let me catch you on your monologue and bring this up 2-1 versus Aneema."
Oh boy.
I see Marvelo.
Nah, Marvelo, we got you. Don't worry. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna fight your Chip and clearly destroy you. Don't worry about us being bad at the video game. Just
Yeah. Aneema's gonna force out the early burst though, and the wall is gonna mean that this round is gonna be very, very hard for Chip to pull back from.
Nah, don't worry. Remember, it's 2 hits, not 1. This ain't Pichu. And now it's Pichu. Unfortunate for Chip. But here we go. Ram already starting to pressure. Ram seeming to definitely get a bit more of a... Oh, beautiful job with the with that DP. However, the burst catching them out of it. They don't want to use any of their sword moves right now because they don't have the second sword. And back with the sword, they are now able to pressure freely. But they have to get out of this. They have to get out of these block strings first, which they do not do successfully. Going with the wall running into heavy, taking a lot of damage from Chip. Yeah. And Chip coming in with the blender move as usual.
The blender.
Man comes in. Man goes in and just spins. Yeah, he about to chop you up into some sushi. Very beautiful job. A good cross up with the air slash right there.
Yeah.
I'm loving this pressure from Chip
Okay.
right now because he's able to call out all the times that Ram stops blocking.
Yeah,
Good
forcing out the
DP as
burst.
well.
But it looks like Aneema has struggled blocking against some of these DPs. Marvelo has thrown out 3 DPs so far, and none of them have been blocked. This is more of a person read definitely than the character read.
Yeah, I think it's just because our Aneema has been throwing out stuff when they do the DP, and it's a relatively slow move, and they don't seem to be able to react to it very quickly right now.
Yeah.
Whole game in and of itself.
And MFCR we've already seen versus Marvelo knows how to use every single one of his reversals correctly. Now iScorpion is going to try to take some of this some presence here with her faster normal. So Milia this patch, not only did she get access to a 4-frame jab, but she also has a 9-frame far slash, meaning that contesting a neutral just got a little bit easier this patch as opposed to back in season 1.
Ah, yes, because they needed faster moves.
Yeah.
Let me go over and it's like, this is beautiful, and I love the fact that Leo's out here calling out quite a few of Milia's moves right now, like right there with the medium punch, dragging him back down into a combo and killing them. Leo doing a great job at calling out what Milia is going to do, which is going to be really hard for Milia to deal with since they are a mix-up character.
Yeah, so right off the bat, you're going to see Leo going into back turn and just shred Milia's HP. All these guard breaks, the only thing Milia can really do here is burst, but...
And even bursting gets punished!
Yeah, MFCR knows that Milia's got burst, and she's got winger, but if she can't do winger, then she's got a burst. It's very strong showing from MFCR for game.
Very strong showing what Scorpion has to do to be able to even touch Leo, let alone win in this fight.
Yeah, if I know anything, all my Milia friends who may or may not be in the chat, I see you, Coconut, understand that Milia has to work extremely hard if she wants to get going at the pace that MFCR and Leo are doing.
Ooh, a very beautiful setup from there. Unfortunately, showing off the DP advantage once right now, being able to get rid of that mix-up.
That iScorpion knows the counterplay to some of these DPs, though. You saw that during that last grab, Milia was able to grab Leo and get the punish counter as well because DPs, flash kicks, whatever you, just not meter reversals in this game, are throwable. So although it didn't really amount to much at the end, iScorpion is going to have to do those hard reads, which are really risky in attempts to shut down Leo's reversal game plan.
I like the fact that you basically just used 2 guard breaks in a row. I'm like there was no cooldown. There was just 2 guard breaks that happened. And I'm like, okay, sure, because you can do that. No, nice. Leo is like, no, stop it. Wow. Good job over there getting that hit. Being able, this corner exchange is this corner exchange is being very long right now. With Milia needing one more hit, but Leo reading them, going with the back hit and going in, using a dust move.
Milia's got to be very careful in the air here, but gets away with the 4-framer.
Oh, beautiful. Good job from Milia.
Yeah, almost dropped it, but it's really, really scary versus Leo.
It's really important that you didn't drop it, Scorpion. So good job. Hopefully you don't drop it when you have to do it again.
Of course, was able to save the burst for this round, able to maintain corner offense, but at what cost? Here's Leo running at you with the 2S, opens you up with the close slash one more time. This is
but that turn move and not being able to hit gets a wonderful combo from Milia, giving her back advantage and mix up, but the DP advantage that we talked about earlier Makes it so that Leo gets the win here. Very beautiful.
2-0 for MFCR, and iScorpion, he definitely felt
Scorpion,
the pressure heating up.
Scorpion's adjusting, but at the same time, he has to adjust a little faster right now.
Yeah, if I was Milia, I'd have to be thinking, I got such a powerful round on all those throws. What can I do now that my opponent may or may not be conditioned on this throw game that I've been presenting? Because the round that Milia took, right? She
Yeah.
threw out like 5 or 6 throws that were all successful, and really capitalizing on the fact that MFCR was not willing to challenge them, or if challenge them incorrectly.
I think I saw a lot of MFCR jumping a lot more in the corner after a few throws from Milia. So I think the next time they're in the corner, they're probably going to jump. In which case, they should probably do is read that and then punish the jump attempt.
Yeah, Milia going beep beep though with hair car. Able to
Very
secure
beautiful.
the corner, gets the counter hit 6H. This is going to be another wall break combo, and you don't want Milia spending all this meter on you, because every single little bit will help her in establishing up her neutral mix-up.
Very good dash in with a call out, knowing they weren't going to block low, taking that round cleanly, and seeing that they seem to be picking up a little bit of what MFCR is putting down at the very least.
And look at what MFCR is doing now. He's whiffing throws in these scenarios where iScorpion is now just jabbing. She's MFCR or iScorpion, sorry.
iScorpion is doing a very good job.
When MFCR is trying to contest these throws, he doesn't want to get thrown anymore.
He doesn't want to get thrown at all, and that's something they could definitely use to their advantage.
But the excellent backdash is going to be able to turn him into back turn and secure the round. iScorpion. See, just a little bit of a mess up was going to cost him the round, just like that. Working super hard.
Very good job from iScorpion out here, being able to go over. But now, iScorpion out caught in a combo, which is unfortunate because they are dealing with Leo damage. So that is not going to end very well for them.
Man. And just like that, MFCR with a dominant last round on the quick 3-0 versus iScorpion. We'll see what Aneema can do, because this matchup is pretty even.
You don't and look, see, here's the thing. You've got big giant anime sword man versus big giant anime sword woman. Therefore, I was gonna say it was pretty even, but they just perfected them. So I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. I don't play this game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna see out the burst coming out from MFCR. Despite the fact that he's at round advantage, MFCR is aware that any hit that Ramlethal gets with those Rekkas is gonna turn into the corner really, really quickly.
I think
the corner going in favor of MFCR though is able to get this overhead. Both players opting to keep the 50 meter. This is interesting because in the neutral here, right, you're going to need the meter if you need to help approach Ramlethal in an honest manner.
That's fair. I definitely feel like a lot of Ramlethal's things right now. Leo was able to read Ramlethal pretty well right now to make sure they didn't get the corner no matter what. And any interaction in the corner was on Leo's turn. And that is the best thing I can really say for any Ramlethal matchup. Make sure you have the corner and not Ram. Because if Ram has the corner, you've lost.
Yeah, exactly. It all plays back into the idea of you don't let the other character play. Because if you let the other character play, well, then you can't play. All right, really quick burst coming out from Aneema here, though. Is going to be able to get the Rekka started and watch the wall. Now MFCR is going to have to fight his way out. Chooses to do so and is able to keep burst in the process. Look at that throw.
Yeah, very good job. Very good job from Leo, doing a lot of different mix-ups. But that's super, bringing them right back to very close standards. And now they're in the corner, getting hit. Very unfortunate for Leo. However, Leo using this chance to try to break out.
A really good grab, establishing the fact that Aneema knows what is real and what is fake.
Oh,
But
no.
this is Big Stem Oki. gets grabbed in the process, and MFCR takes the round once more.
That missed timing was very unfortunate from Aneema. That means that Leo now has a bit of an advantage here, and is able to take a lot of damage to Ramifal for this next round. Damage that Ram can't afford to have right now.
Yeah, but watch this. Oh, the burst, the counter gold burst, and the corner. This could definitely be the round, but MFCR knows that. Takes the burst in the process, but is spat back into the corner. MFCR now living on a single bar. Able to keep this mix-up going.
Very good job with the DP into Roman cancel.
Yeah, that's some privilege.
Checking the opponent's connection to make sure that the connection wasn't too terrible. Oh, that's unfortunate. The tournament director feeling so bad for Ramithal that they pulled the plug.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. We're gonna get you the next match right away, but MFCR now up 2-0 versus Aneema. This is looking like a clobber fest, and it's partly due to the reason that MFCR has been really, really tricky on the back turn.
MFCR has definitely been using their back turn properly, although I think they're doing it a little too quick as they have whiffed a few like lights. So they know that so you know a light is probably coming out next. You can possibly either block low or if you somehow had the time, jump over it.
But Aneema pulling out a Testament. We haven't seen Testament all tournament, let alone from Aneema himself.
Testament is a good pick, I think, for them because they can keep a lot of range too, just like Ram, albeit a bit differently. They are able to use that teleport, which could be pretty good for which can be pretty good for Testament, being a bit more tricky on the approach.
Yeah. So I've definitely talked to some pro players about this matchup, especially Aaron DeMack, who is a West Coast Leo specialist. He has told me that Testament is definitely one of the harder matchups here because of the fireballs, because of the buff of projectile speeds. As soon as Testament wants to establish that range, Leo has one of the most awkward times trying to get in versus them. Like, watch that far slash, watch these fireballs, watch the crows.
Yeah, Leo can't really get in very much, and unfortunately, it's leading to a lot of damage on for Leo's side. I like how I think one of the first hits actually didn't hit Leo yet of that super.
And on top of that, this character Testament does have the Arbiter 50-50 going on. They say that that's reactable, but anyone who says it's reactable, it's capped. It's 24 frames on the down one, 28 frames on the upper one, but both of them have the same animation on startup, and the magic ring doesn't come out on frame 1. It comes out a lot later, so you have a really tough time reacting to it at all times.
Fair. Seems like Testament was definitely a good pick, though, as they are now... Aneema is now 1, though. Although, I think the fact that Aneema had to pull out Testament specifically for this matchup proves just how much of a threat MFCR truly is.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what Leo's doing in this matchup, because, as you can tell, this is looking really one-sided on the fact that Aneema is able to keep him out.
Yeah, the problem comes in that Leo is having a really hard time actually getting in on anything right now. And that does not combo. Oh, it does? Oh, yeah. That's crazy. I've tried comboing that. It just didn't work for me. I thought it just didn't work. Oh, well, fair enough, I guess.
Wow. The counter hit 2D to catch the backdash button, but is not enough to stop
that kick into dust. Very well done. Being able to confirm Testament this round right now.
If you're MFCR right now, I'd feel kind of lost. It's very much a game of patience on how to get in, but when you're taking all these hits and the ranges at which Testament wants to get in and fight you at kind of mirrors Leo, but just a little bit better.
Yeah, Testament is definitely slightly... Oh, that's gonna be a bad DP. They have to burst there. But ooh, what a beautiful dash it in the air. I'm trying to say something, but they keep impressing me too much. Testament definitely has a longer range than Leo, but they have a very somewhat similar game plan, at least at the start. Of course, Leia
Yes.
wants to go into their mix-up, and
Wow.
Testament wants to do more neutral stuff. So,
MFCR. Oh, dropping the pressure sequence is gonna.
oh no, that was not a good idea to throw that out.
Yeah.
Testament getting hit by the projectile before their own projectile could go out first.
Narrowly scraped that round victory and is actively
yeah.
in the range. Aneema's pushing them out the best they can.
I
Is it
think
enough though?
both characters work really well at trying to get raw hits on their opponent, at least during neutral, and then they try to assert their own game. While
Yeah,
of course,
overhit
when
arm
throwing an
beam.
advantage is different, obviously, but yeah.
MFCR though is looking to close this out. Gets the DP back turn going, but grabs the run through. Aneema
That
knows
grab's
when
gonna be a problem. Very good job making that safe with the cursed function. Oh, but the DP coming in and keeping
This is
Leo
huge.
safe. Will this be their game?
catches the far slash, runs through in the corner.
Oh, and the grab confirms it.
Once more. Wow.
Absolutely, Dan. Aneema with 2, MFCR with 2, both with a really hard matchup. What do you think MFCR can do to pull this one off, at least a little bit?
Well, MFCR is doing everything that he can. He's getting the openings he wants. For right now, it's just a matter of whether or not they can continue hitting the buttons and hitting the pressure correctly, because any little mistake sets you back into Testament range, and that's just what Aneema wants.
That is fair. It's a lot of things, like when advantage ends, you just kind of have to go back to, oh, Testament's winning now.
Yeah. Early burst coming out from both these two, and the back turn is going to get the wall secured. This will help in the approach against Aneema.
That is a tremendous advantage that they just got right there, as they have their positive bonus and they have a multi-league. So they can do that and get in immediately and still have 50 meter to work with.
Nice BRC, and it's
Very good round 1 take. Seems like Leo's possibly got this downloaded.
Yeah, match point here for MFCR. Getting the back turn is definitely the first step in all of this. And when you have 50 meters to back this up.
50 meter, and we got positive bonus, so that's gonna be really hard to get up on. I think a few teleports are in order for Testament, because Testament is having a hard time getting over anymore with the burst.
They got
with
hit
the
2D.
burst overhead. And that is game.
I don't know. Like, yeah, outlast the character.
Very thing there. I like and now immediately as you see this, there's gonna be more of the stuff we saw before. Jumping into a wonderful blunder move. Oh gosh. My throat deciding to combo me to death.
Yeah.
Get some water right quick.
Well,
but Leo coming in and trying to poke out at Chip's defenses, with Chip going over with Leo not taking the best advantage of that. Chip comes over and takes Leo's health away from him right now, trying to mix him up really well. Having a really big combo opportunity, breaking the wall 2 times.
Wow, BRC here. That BRC forward is really criminal, because since Leo doesn't have a regular run, the dash can actually capture some characters' dashes. So even when Marvelo tried taking to the air, they would still get hit by that BRC slowdown.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Do you like
it looks like it's going to spell Leo, as this mix is continuing to be established. Catches the BRC and the throw. OTG for the kill.
Very good job from Leo over here, making sure that grab and not making sure that grab would finish the opponent before going after it. Seeing 2 Alpha Blades coming over here. Chip dealing with a lot better on guard than Leo is. Coming through, making sure that Leo does not get any rune debris. As if that Chip wants to go over, make sure they don't die to to a shredder out here that is Leo.
Whoa. Oh, nice parry on the reversal P. It looks like MFCR is not just out of it yet. With 15 meter, he's going to be able to keep this corner pressure going for a long time. The 5K is going to open them up.
And that next move will kill Chip right now, leading this round to be Leo's round.
Yes, that's right. And this is grand finals. So if MFCR is able to win this set, he's going to reset the bracket, force Marvelo into losers where they play another best of 5. I would hope someone like MFCR playing Leo has enough steam to carry this character in 2 best of 3 sets or best of 5 sets.
Yeah, I definitely think that if MFCR wins like 3-0 this set, I think it's possible. Because I think MFCR has enough regular, just game skill.
Yeah.
To, even if, you see the mix-ups and everything, them be able to recover from that in such a way. Whereas, because Leo does have other advantages too, like his long buttons and a lot of damage just off of punches and stuff.
Yeah, but that 5H conversion is going to carry Leo into the corner, perhaps for the wall break. Opts to go for the cross-up instead, and still maintains corner in the process, but counter hit 2D is going to be able to catch Marvelo with the overhead, and the Super Oki is going to kill
combo? Oh, it does! Very good job.
Yeah, just a little bit of a trip up there can spell death for a ninja like Chip. But MFCR knowing this and is going to establish this corner pressure one more time.
Very good job with the back turn overhead, being able to get rid of that guard.
Oh, here's Marvelo calling out the DPs though. He was so successful at it the first time they played in Winners.
But now it seems like it's getting a turnaround on him, as they say.
Yeah, and MFCR is going to be up 2-0. Loser's side. He's definitely disproving me of the fact that Leo doesn't have a lot of steam as a character. He's willing to go the distance and is willing to take the money in the process.
I do think that Leo is 100% is what you would call more of the lower steam characters, because if you have it's more learning the player, right? But
yeah,
at the same time, the player is so good, then there comes the issue of you have to consistently guess against the player, and at that point, Leo has enough steam to go over and win one of these grand final 5 sets. There's a very good reason as to why Leo is considered a very high tier character.
Yes. Now this is gonna spell very disaster. Oh my god, disaster for MFCR.
Why are you trying to disprove me, MFCR? I was giving you
commentary skurs.
Aww. Very good.
Like the round 2 first, but gets the wall going actually. Oh.
Very good job. At a very similar health gauge right now. Trying to use a 6P, thinking they were going to throw out a move there. But
yeah, nice.
Nice anti-air going into another conversion with Roman cancel.
This is the burst output right here. One guess for the win, and MFCR just takes it.
MFCR really takes it there.
Despite losing.
Very stylish win.
Alright, but here comes the random Marvelo. He's going to be in. He's going to be looking for the scraps at the close range. Tries to catch the whip punishes. Look at those counter hits. They're adding up in the corner.
He is definitely attempting to poke at Leo until they die. Unfortunately, the problem comes in that Leo gets to poke back.
Yeah. Poke the bear pokes back. Here comes the cross-up coming in, but counter hit 2D is going to allow for Leo to develop back turn. Here we go. Alpha Blade's out. Hits the parry.
Good movement from Chip, trying to get away from Leo's corner pressure. However, that overhead going over, hitting them, make sure to reset neutral. And an Alpha Blade into a Roman cancel comes in, and an Alpha Blade mix-up for the round.
Marvelo's surviving
Marvelo
with his hands at the ledge right now, but still.
Marvelo
He's
getting one. Can they win 2 more games and take this whole tournament?
well, we'll have to see. It's definitely coming down to the wire, and MFCR definitely has a lot of time to work with. Marvelo is got to be slow and methodical about these game plans, but one trip up and MFCR is able to reset the bracket right here.
Well, you know what they say. Playing slow isn't exactly a big strength of Chips. Chips more about going fast, and they quickly are draining that health bar over there, being able to get them to 3/4 their health just a bit around start, basically.
Yeah.
Very good job with that. Continuing the burst gauge thing there. Ooh, beautiful block string. Beautiful block string by Leo.
Oh.
But the greed for the grab comes in.
What? Oh. The gold burst coming in. Leo is actually going to be meter positive, or Leo, sorry, excuse me, Chip is meter positive here. He's going to close out the round with the wall carry. Ooh, that gold burst.
Very good. Very good game. Very good round. I didn't say game. I said not game.
Not over quite yet. Marvelo's got quite the distance to run, especially if he keeps getting these whip punishes in the corner. Finally, MFCR is going to show the flash kick and is able to keep this going. Marvelo is back on his back foot, takes the throw, puts him back in the corner. VRC's out. Oh, tries to go for a low crush, but it's to no avail. He's thrown back in the corner. MFCR is back playing forward.
Very good job. Ooh, good drill from Chip going over, giving them advantage right now. They're using their Rekkas out here, trying to get a reaction, and there it is. Coming over, trying to keep them out, reading these reactions.
Nice DP once more.
Nice DP coming through. Very good job from Leo. And Chip does not want this DP happening, so they're going to kill it, but another burst!
Really good weight on MFCR. It's one touch, but who takes the round?
Who won? It was Chip! Beautiful. That is the true power of an
Marvelo. That's crazy.
Marvelo coming back strong. Showing why they got this far into winners finals and how they kicked them out before.
This is a very close one. Marvelo is now threatening to take the whole tournament with just this next game. It's going to be very, very important to be able to secure this round.
I think Leo definitely knows what to do, though. Going in immediately, taking that advantage away from Chip, trying to make sure that they have the advantage here and keep them in the corner, getting super. They do not want Chip doing anything.
Yeah.
He has less than scraps to work with now.
Here comes the anti-air jump D, though.
Here comes them MVC combos coming out here.
Marvelo versus Capcom, anyone?
Oh gosh, please.
Let's go. All right.
And that OTG is going to take it.
Oh, MFCR
wants this game. MFCR smells blood. They are going to take.
Yeah.
Oh, a very good P, though. Being able to stop Chip's approach where it was.
Here we go. 5K is going to go for the wall run mix-up. Catches him. Deeping the wrong way. Oh, and the burst.
But super missed. Oh, no.
Marvelo's got to work one more time.
A failed dust comes in, and then this super is going to take this round.
The throw punish isn't going to quite kill him.
Or
just
not,
yet.
actually.
Watch.
Oh, but the Alpha Blade comes in.
Watch the zipper. Marvelo's coming with it.
Marvelo's coming in. He doesn't. He's not. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah. Just look at this immaculate stagger pressure. He's waiting for MFCR to press buttons here. Try to get out. Look at those punishes. Here comes the DP punish. 6H on the rise.
Very good job from an Alpha Blade punish coming in, leading them with little health left. They're going over. The burst
the
punish
infinite
comes in.
string.
Here comes the positive bonus chip pressure once again. And now here it comes, the mix-up. But Lee already knows what to do here. So they're going to go over, try to mix them up with an
Wow.
overhead. And that doesn't
Amazing
seem to
blocks.
work.
But can he get out?
Oh, the
Yeah,
burst.
burst at the right time.
Good burst coming
Oh,
in.
no,
But that's going to be a DP pass. And it is game.